Alright, I'm at Perris Raceway. I haven't been here in a while, like almost a year I think or something like that. And I also haven't done MX for a while. It's been several months since I went to the vet track at Glen Helen. This is also going to be the very first time I'm on a motocross track with the Stark, so we'll see how this feels. We'll also see how long the battery lasts. I'm obviously not going to use as much battery as people who are actually good at motocross, but I probably will use it up a little bit more than if I'm just on the trails, I suspect. Oh, interesting, they've actually changed it significantly, it seems. Those jumps are way bigger along here. I'll have to take it careful. They might have made other changes.
Okay, so real quick, if you're interested in the range and you just want to scrub around a little bit and see what speed I'm going at, I used up 9% of the battery in 15 minutes, so it's something like 2.5 hours or so of the kind of riding that I'm doing here.
Oh yeah, this is way different. They've completely changed the track. I didn't know that.
And I'm roughly 125 kilograms or 275 pounds without the gear, and I'm running with a 40% regen, and I'm running the bike in 40 horsepower. I'm leaving the entire first lap so you can see the entire track, and then I'll be cutting a little bit here and there. I'm trying to show what the representative riding is. I start off a little slower, I go a little bit faster later on, but obviously I'm slow overall. But if you want to get a sense of the range, just scrub around a little bit and see how I'm riding.
Definitely lots of lips. They like lips, it seems, on these jumps. Okay, so this whoop section seems similar though. Not entirely the same. Okay, they do still have... Actually no, maybe it's different. This tabletop seems to be a little different. Yeah, it's different. It used to be the first jump I ever made. But it's no longer a tabletop at all. I think, well, actually, it may never have been a tabletop. It was a little bit more round before, I think. Yeah, this suspension is definitely stiffer than on my 500 right now. I can definitely tell that a lot more on these jumps. I could already tell on the whoops the other day, or not the other day, but last weekend. But it's even more obvious doing jumps. Not that they're big jumps or anything, but still. I feel like I'm seeing way more electric stuff than in the past. I don't know if e-motos on the motocross track have just suddenly exploded in the last half year to a year, or whether there's like an e-moto event or something today. I expect it to be probably the only one. I'm reminded of how much more work there is on a motocross track. And then riding trails. Trying to switch between sitting and standing in the corners a little bit. For once, there's somebody on the track that's slower than that's slower than me, at least. Whew. 9% used, 15 minutes. Okay, so 9% of the battery used for, during the 15 minutes. So that would translate into about 2.5 hours riding the way I did, which is obviously slow, but still, I wasn't sure if it was going to be significantly worse than that or not, even though I'm slow. Because even though I'm slow, there's still more like braking and so on going on than if I'm just sort of going down a trail, or at least I thought so. Bad body position. I'm actually making that now.
And that's where I'll leave it. Thanks for watching.